What's up, everybody? It's your boy G, and today I'm going to bring you some behind the scenes footage of a shoot that I had at a local church. And I do believe this was the first time that I shot in the church, and it wasn't related to a wedding. So the shots came out dope. We had a great time. So let's get to it. Alright guys, as you can see, we have a wonderful backdrop for today's session. The young man's mom reached out and she wanted to document his first communion, and I was like, oh yeah, let's go. That's something I've never done before. And we had total access to this entire location, and man, when I tell you, the shots came out great. As you can see right now, well, you probably don't know, of course, I'm taking pictures right now, but what I'm actually doing is I'm setting up my light and I'm fine tuning the settings in the camera so I know exactly what I have to work with. It's always good to set up a base, create a base in your mind when you start at a different location. So at that point in time, you know, if you stray too far off, you know exactly where you need to be at, you know, because sometimes what happens is, guys, whenever you're in the process of shooting and talking and you know, pondering your hands, like it can make a mistake, you know, and then it can change those dials on your camera, you know. So what you want to do is you want to figure out that baseline. So at that point in time, you know exactly where you need to be whenever you take those shots. So right now I'm just moving around the room. I have my settings fine tuned, and I got one of the shots already. Well, I actually captured a few of the shots that she wanted right in that aspect right there, you know, at that in the previous position. So right now I'm just trying different things out, guys. You have to remember that after you get the shots that you need, that the client requests, don't be afraid to experiment, you know, because again, photography is art, guys, you know. And oh, I forgot to mention, I did place images from the actual shoot in this video too as well. Some of those images are edited and some of those images aren't, you know, so just bear with me on that right there. Yeah, so basically right here, I believe I have him reading a book of hymns right now. So yeah, so I'm just moving around, guys. The camera that I'm using is my Canon A7R3. Excuse me, I'm shooting with an aperture of 1.4. My lens is a Sigma, of course, and yes, it's a nifty 50, guys. The strobe that I'm using is a Flashpoint 600, and I'm using a 7-foot umbrella. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this. The 7-foot umbrella is a wonderful tool when you have the space for it. But if you don't have the space for it, or if you try to use this outdoors, make sure that if you use it outdoors, it's on a day that is not windy, because if not, you'll be flying away like a hot air balloon, you know. But yeah, man, so as you can see, Jen, like, she just saw the handicap sign, and at first I wasn't paying attention to it, but she saw it and she asked if she wanted me to move it, and I said, okay, all right, cool, you know. So she moved it, and that saved me some time during the editing process. So right now we're changing up spots, and I'm using my Canon 5D Mark IV, and the lens that I have on there is a Sigma 60 to 600. That is a heavy lens. That lens is very heavy, guys. I wouldn't shoot an entire session using that lens unless the images are just coming out great, because it's so heavy that the setup is not for everybody. But when I tell you it produces wonderful images, of course you already know Sigma glass is top tier. And the beautiful thing is, by being 60 to 600, you can really stand anywhere. You can stand off, you can go halfway down the street, and it will capture halfway down the other side of the street. The thing is a beast, guys. So right now I just pulled it out. I just wanted to try it. I had it already set up, so I set that lens up, I believe, before the shoot. So that way, you know, if I had some ideas, if I saw some things, at that point I can grab it. So I'm just sitting back, he's standing up. The cross is right there behind him. And again, well, I didn't say this, but I didn't have time to use a 2-light setup. I had a few more lights in my wagon, but we had a limited time as far as access for the location, so I didn't want to waste too much time trying to set up, you know, 2 or 3 lights exposed for the ambient and so on and so forth. I wanted to hurry up, and then I think mom had somewhere else to go to as well, you know, so we just breezed through the shoot. The young man, he was a wonderful subject, man. I tell you what, I wish all my subjects, they were like him. When I tell you, he came in and like he was dressed for it, he was ready, he smiled, he understood, you know, the directions, he pulled it off. I mean, he wasn't nervous at all. Everything came out great. Some of these images, again, are edited. Some of these images are not. Really, guys, she had a couple of shots that she wanted, you know, for sure. And like everything else, guys, it was just off the dome, you know, just seeing whatever I can see at the location. And yeah, guys, we were just experimenting, you know, and I'm just moving around. And don't forget to direct your subject when you see something. When you see a when you see a movement, when you see them doing action and it translates well onto the camera, like from your mind, meaning if you can envision it, you know, it's being a dope pic, don't hesitate to stop them and say, hold up, do that again. Now, sometimes they won't know what they did at that moment, but you just have to just explain to them, right? So yeah, guys, so we had access to the entire church at this point in time, you know, so we roamed around. I used a couple of different lighting scenarios just to see what we can come up with. And yeah, you know, I think the shots came out good. You know, they came out dramatic. I wanted something that kind of set the mood and something that would stand out, like when other people would see the images, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I think the lighting setup came out good. Now, I don't remember what I had my light set up on at this point in time. Of course, it wasn't full power. If anything, it may have been 1/8, 1/16 or something like that, probably, you know. As far as my aperture, again, I was shooting at f1.4, so, you know, I was trying to isolate my subject. Now, when I did use the Canon 60-600, of course, there wasn't the f1.4. That you know, it varies, but yeah, at this point in time, guys, I basically have all the shots that I need, meaning I have all of the shots that mom asked for. So at this point in time, like, we're just, you know, just going off imagination and just trying different things, you know, like we set them up. And yeah, so right now I'm just shooting some shots. I will post those up right now. You ought to see them on your screen. And please, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell to stay abreast of our next videos. And holla at your boy.